So base camp, how we'll navigate through pathways. So two main purposes. One is to progress through different paths and have access to tutorials. This will be videos that people can log into to watch different learning uses. And hey, there's Laurel.
Cool.
Hey, Laurel. Okay. So backing up this Laurel in here. Basecamp, two uses. One, progress through the paths. This is how people document where they're at through their learning opportunities. And then as well for the Basecamp managers, president, VPE, and secretary. This will be to accept level and project completions, as well as enter the paper manuals. Now, Club Central will also be used on the TL website, but not for submitting awards. Okay, so as Laurel and Claire just saw, when they go into Basecamp for the first time, they will take an assessment to figure out which path they want to take. So they'll select some different topics they're interested in, because it's kind of important. Then they'll go to a few other questions about how they feel with giving speeches, being a leader, and then I'll give the recommended paths. Now they can choose the one of the paths selected, or they can go with additional ones, as well as select language they want to take the path in. So I mean, if someone's be really adventurous, they can do it in French. Claire, I think that'll be you'll do one in French.
Yeah, right. English, my foreign language. Thank you very much.
Yes. But, you know, what they want more information on the paths, that will be there as well. So the Basecamp homepage, I don't remember if I put the, yep. So they can do navigating to Basecamp. That will be a breakdown tutorial of how to do it. Then as well, it's going to be important for people to check the compatibility to make sure that their web browser is going to support pathways. Because we don't want them trying to do something and then a computer not letting them. Now this is what pathways will look like in the project guide. Now this is obviously what I'm seeing right now, is the pathway guide. You'll have different portions where it's showing view detail, actual say launch for the first time. So that, and that's how you'll get the different browsers to pop up. And I'll show you that here in a little bit. Now, officer responsibilities. There's the level completions for online users. They have to acknowledge it or deny it. They put in the information for path completions for printed manuals, except projects outside of the club. So that'll be like tonight when I spoke at the council meeting, that's outside the club. Then as well as keeping track of the progress for members. Now what they're recommending is just because it's online, do not solely rely on it to be online. Because you never know when things will happen. So we know how stable the website can be sometimes. Okay, now I'm going to show you here what Pathways looks like in a live demonstration. Okay, can you see that?
It's got some people on the screen. I can't see the bottom of the screen. Is it only a partial screen? In the blue boxes?
Yep, you should see it should be scrolling right now.
Now we can't. Now I can.
Now I can see all the complete blue blocks at the bottom.
Yep, so this is what Basecamp looks like. Okay. I don't know who just chimed in. Oh well. Oh, that's Donnie who just chimed in.
Good.
Donnie, right now we're looking at what Basecamp looks like. So like we see up here, we have tutorials and resources that'll be available to people. If it loads. Oh, I bet because I'm screen sharing right now, it's not going to load.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Let me try something. Oh, maybe. There we go.
There
So I
goes.
mentioned the badges. This is where people will be able to view their badges. Slow down. There we go.
Whoa.
So they can check their badges in the e-portfolio. Obviously, don't have any yet because no one's awarded me any yet. Because no one can.
Got it.
And Linda, you'll learn about badges here at the meeting next week. But essentially, it's going to be peer-to-peer recognition that can be done. As well as people will be able to support, give feedback to different members on their Basecamp.
Say that again, Jacob. That we can, if I was in Pathways, I could give feedback to somebody else working in Pathways?
Yep, or I could post on here saying, you know, I'd like feedback on my presentation tonight. Then anyone else in my club will be able to go in and give that feedback. And this is also where you'll be able to, as you can see, request some feedback, respond to feedback, and
Since you're saying feedback, I'm hearing feedback.
sorry,
I hear like a vacuum cleaner. Check in with Donnie. Her picture should come up on my screen
It
3 times, I think
did.
now.
Yeah, it did just start when that sound started.
I'm not sure where that's come from.
I'm here. Can
Oh.
anyone hear me?
Yep,
Yes.
there we can.
I don't have a picture of you, and we're not seeing you.
Yeah, I don't understand how to make that happen.
Mine
There
just
should-
did.
Oh,
I don't think I have a camera. Do I have a camera, Jacob?
I don't think yours did.
Yeah, I don't think. I have an old laptop. It's refurbished. So it's
Oh.
like really, really old. So I don't
Wait.
think mine does have a camera.
But can you see the? You can see the screen though. That's
I sure can.
Wonderful. Okay.
Lynn's still with us? He disappeared when Donnie's came up.
Okay, can you see this my screen again? Okay.
I can
Yep.
see the screen that says feedback.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm seeing.
Excellent. Okay, so yep, that's who you should be seeing right now. Like I said, you'll be able to, you know, this will be request all the feedback as well as award those badges to people. Now we'll go into the transcripts. That's where the different paths will be. So like I said, you'll have different curriculums. And like right here, you'll launch the initiative. And let's see, do you see a pop-up window show up or not?
Yes.
Okay,
It says explore my profile overview. Is that what we're? It's a little blue box.
let me see what you're,
Search results 3.
Okay.
and it has-
here I'll show you what it should be looking like.
Oh, now we see.
Yep, so
Oh,
this
there's
is what
something.
this will pull up when they go into their path. So it'll be interactive. And by the way, this will be part of the path that everyone will have access to this once Pathways is rolled out.
Okay.
So like right here, it'll be interactive, and there is actually sound with it as well. you can see, I mean, it's going to be very interactive, I guess is the only way I can really put it. Close out of that. And see, I'm trying to get my screen sharing up again. Here we go. So I guess, are there any questions about the base camp right now?
So have you tried using that check compatibility that's right above where your cursor's at? Have you tried doing that on your computer?
Not yet, but we can right now see what it looks like.
So where are all the words?
Yep, right here we can see what is working for it and what is not.
So the green check marks are working, the red X, 2 red X's.
Is not.
Java.
And it's going to tell you why it's not working.
Is that showing what is yours, Jacob, right now?
Yep, this is mine live right now.
Something is not working. What is not working? Let's see. Adobe Flash.
Adobe Flash and Java are not working.
Yep.
Java has a green check mark by it.
So it's actually recommend here Internet Explorer or Firefox to actually access pathways. But it was working just fine in Chrome. So I don't think that's as huge an issue.
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
That's what I use.
It says Chrome version 63, so maybe you have a different version?
I have the newer version.
Okay.
But they'll have access.
Oh,
good.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It wants you to use Chrome version 63?
No, it said it won't work on Chrome version 63.
So is that an old version?
I'm guessing, and that's probably what I have. I don't know how to find that out, but
And
yeah, I'll have to.
Can I just play with it? So we can see in here, there's different online classes now you can do. And some of these will also be available to everyone else. And Glenn pointed out to me it's important to make sure pop-up blockers are turned off when accessing pathways. That's because these will show up as a pop-up.
So it has to, pop-up blockers have to be
Turned off.
turned off. So is that why it had a caution on yours?
Yes. Because I have mine as it's in the middle. Some's turned on, turned off. Because like when you launch a project, it actually comes as a pop-up. Which...
A pop-up's just another window, right?
Yep, like what I just shared out to you.
You've got an evaluation form popped up.
Yep, so this is the evaluation form for active listening. So when you launch something, another window will come up. And this was referring to tonight. It's going to be fillable.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can just
Online.
Click it. Gotcha.
Excuse me.
So this particular evaluation form looks like it's 3 pages then in length? Or 3 screens or something?
Well, it's 2 pages, and third page is that criteria.
Oh, the third page is, okay, I see. With the
And
words.
that's going to be another big thing with pathways as evaluations get a little more in depth. Because we get that grading criteria, so we know. Yep, go ahead.
So they encourage you to do these online evaluations.
Yep, they're going to encourage you to do it online, but there's a few things you can do. One, you can download it to your computer, so if you don't have internet access, you can still fill it out.
Oh, that's what the down arrow at the upper right? download?
Yep, that's going to be a download. Or you can print it out and the VPE can also submit that in. But it's going to be honestly a lot easier if just filled out on the computer.
For instance, recently I did a paper one for someone who's doing pathways. So, you know, that's kosher. I mean, you can do that, but it's preferred to do it on the computer.
I can't hear Linda. Let me
Yeah,
turn
I
it
can't
with-
hear you there, Linda.
Okay, let's see. Where's the... Okay. You can't hear me. Okay.
Okay, I turned up my volume. That helped a little bit.
Okay, I'm trying to see where mine is. Can you hear me better?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying that I filled out one for someone paper recently through Pathways who's on that. Then she would take hers and put it online because
Yep.
it's all online. Okay. But it's preferred to do it online.
Yes.
Okay.
The idea behind this is that people can better go back and view their past evaluations. Like right now, a book I completed for my bronze is stuffed into a drawer and I have to find it. Whereas once Pathways rolls out, I can just review it out pretty quickly.
Right.
And Glenn made a note to me, the evaluation criteria now is similar to what international contest is using.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have probably a technical question.
Yes.
It says that you can download the form. I understand what the button does. I know how to do that on my computer. I am watching you. I have an iPad that I'm watching, and I don't know how to pull up documents on an iPad. So
That I wouldn't know either because I don't use any Apple products.
okay.
So I might.
I would think they'd have instructions on this because there's a lot of iPad users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google it. I can, because anytime you don't know something, my daughter told me, Google it before I call
Yep.
her. So. Okay. So
Sure.
evaluations. Because in theory, then, if I can figure it out, I could bring my iPad to the club meeting.
Yeah, and help
then
people out.
give the person the iPad and say, fill this out. I'm doing a speech in Pathways. Okay.
Okay. Then I do want to quickly show you as well the navigator. Getting it loaded up here.
Mhm.
The navigator is something they want everyone to go through at least once. And so it's going to be a little redundant for, advanced members, but it's still going to be good for them. It's going to walk them through step by step the different parts of Toastmasters. It's like coping with nervousness. We all know someone who needs that.
We don't all need it?
At some time or other.
I
Let's say
thought
he
it was
ne-
just going to go over the roles, so it's bigger than just the roles.
no. This goes through pretty much a lot of things through Toastmasters.
A lot of stuff.
Yes. I mean, Toastmasters and Pathways. How it works.
Yeah, this has got a lot. Okay, so it's roles and beyond.
Yes.
10 or 11 things. Okay, lots covered. Not just role. Okay.
Yes, I mean, this will be one thing everyone's going to be encouraged to go through before they even select a path.
That's, yeah.
And even down here, you can see it's interactive. You can click on the different icons to further understand the levels.
Okay.
Or go to paths and have a better idea what they cover.
I was going to say, because those icons are pretty meaningless.
Yeah, but you can click into them.
And see what they mean.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it even goes through, you know, whether you want to do print or online. I mean, even like so it talks, you know, it goes beyond your DTM. And it gives you more resources because Toastmasters is all about resources.
Yep, lots of resources.
Now, at the club visits, this navigator will actually be presented as in a PDF form for the club to have.
Oh, PDF, okay.
Now, it's not going to be as good. It's 26 pages long. It's going to be lots of text.
It's more like a more just like a manual.
Yeah.
Rather than looking at the screens.
Yeah. And like
So this is comprehensive. There's pathways, but everything else about other.
Yeah. With Pathways, everything can be accessed online now.
So, have you done any club meetings yet? You're just getting ready to start, isn't that right? Or
My first one is Thursday at Fairview.
Thursday?
Then my next one's Saturday, strictly speaking. Then the one following on March 2nd is first year.
Okay.
So I have three of them in one bunch.
You have 3 clubs?
I have 4. Then my fourth one is...
Capital Voices on March 30th.
Yep.
That one's quite a bit later.
Yep, that's when Bryce was able to get me in. But it's at least before the rollout happens. That was my main goal.
Yeah.
So I didn't want a club to get, you know, access to Pathways and then not have any idea what's going on with it.
Yeah, this is a lot of material.
It is a lot of material.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the Saturday presentation looks like.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just,
going to be a little more in
we've
depth.
heard base camp and we've spent 20 minutes on it.
Yeah.
And my head's starting to swim.
I can see the issue. And you did say, Jacob, that at least I understood before that it's an hour presentation, but you are condensing it to much less.
Yeah, because I'm cutting out, there's some videos in the PowerPoint they gave us. I'm cutting those out because they work about 50% of the time. I figured instead of dealing with the videos, I'll just not deal with them. And I'll be injecting table topics in there as well to keep people actively listening and everything as well, to make so it's not just me talking for an hour.
And Q&A.
And like I said tonight, there's going to be about 2 sessions just on Basecamp managers. There's going to be a lot of information for them.
Yeah, this is pretty. There's a lot just in this Basecamp thing.
There's a lot of information.
I almost need littler bites.
What I'm going to recommend with Pathways for everyone is play around with it.
Yeah,
Explore.
once we get in to look at anything, we can't really look at much right now.
Yeah, once you look at things, I'm going to encourage them to just explore it. Because you can listen all you want, but until you actually play through it yourself, you're not going to have any idea what to do.
Yeah. I think you had mentioned at one point that you would recommend going completely through everything in the navigator before selecting a path. That might be an excellent recommendation.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
the navigators can be very helpful. You're going to have experienced members who are things really redundant to go through, especially, what's the speaker do? What's the evaluator do? What's the Toastmaster do?
But that was just one item on that whole list of 10 or
Yep.
11 topics.
But that's one of the first things it goes through. So we have to convince them to keep going through that, even though it's redundant material, because they can still use a refresher.
Well, there's a lot of, if they stop too soon, they're going to miss out on all that other stuff on the later topics. Can you skip around in those topics?
Yes, you can.
So if you could go through it and then say, wow, I need to re-listen to these 3 or these 4 or all 11.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can go over the menu.
Yeah, see, that's a pretty long list.
It is. I mean, right here, enrich your experience, be a mentor. And it's going to tell you, what goes in being a mentor. So you can skip through things as you need to, then you can revisit again after you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see going through it one at a time first. And then the next time, pick your topics where you feel like you didn't really understand it.
Yeah. So, I mean, this might be the part where people don't see the use in it, look at prepared speeches and evaluations, what goes into it. But it's still going to be good to have a refresher for them, because maybe they started doing things a little not correctly.
Sure.
That's an excellent idea to just follow up.
Yeah, a good point. Maybe we've gotten into a bad habit that we don't even know, that we don't even realize.
It's so new that there's a lot of ways to go wrong on some things.
The part I like the most is the executive committee slides, kind of just reaffirming what the different officer roles do.
Oh,
So you see a highlight, it tells you, the president's the CEO of the club.
So a lot of these are members, current members, nothing changes there. It's just kind of covering the whole synopsis of it.
Yeah. I mean, this might be good for people who don't really know
what all these officers do.
What their own office does.
Well, for someone new, of course, but it's a good review for anyone.
So, I mean, the navigator's going to do a lot of good. Then as well, once they can get into it, just playing around in pathways. And if they have the hesitation, I don't want to lose my progress right now, well, they can do both at the same time.
Right.
They can work pathways and legacy at the same time.
Well, there is something, I haven't looked too much, to be honest, myself, but Kathy Hindi, I've been following her updates, and there is something that you can look at now for District 24 on the website, correct? Some information.
Yeah, you can work through the icebreaker speech.
You can do that. Is that about it right now?
It's 26 frequently asked questions. I read through all of those a couple of times.
So just a little teaser.
And then there's some video clips that you can watch, but that's very superficial. This is Jacob is sharing far more than what we have access to.
Right.
That's on the website. The icebreaker probably gives you an idea of how maybe doing this online will work, because it seemed like they kind of droned on and on about how to do the icebreaker, and I think of icebreakers as a little bit more simplified, but they're going through more steps. But still, it was good to see it. I need to, I'll need to watch it again.
Well, and it goes through steps mainly for those new members who haven't done before.
Right.
I mean, you talk about the 26 question Q&A. Mine's about 500 question Q&A.
It's pretty generic what I've been exposed to so far at both the TLI sessions with Kathy and our articles in the double dozen she's had. And then at Minneapolis, they had a big session on it, but really it wasn't anything real nitty-gritty basic stuff.
Yeah.
Really get into all this stuff. We're really getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
Starting the nitty gritty. I shouldn't say really getting into it, but. So have you had any other people log in to these? This is your second or third virtual?
This is my third one.
Third one.
I mean, I have a new person today, which is Laurel. Well, I guess Glenn as well. They're my new ones.
Yeah, because Donnie and I last week and listened to that.
I was there last week. I missed the first week.
Yeah, and that was my fault for getting that one out so late.
So, are you hoping then that our presidents and vice presidents of education and secretaries then get on these virtual support? Is that the idea?
My hope is once I actually get the club presenting to the clubs, they see how much it is. I'm hoping they start getting on here and learning more before they get rolled out entirely.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not coming to Capitol Voices until the 30th, so.
That's going to be a short presentation as well.
I have another question for you, Jake.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to be doing these presentations to the clubs, for instance, Saturdays, strictly speaking. What is your role after that?
So, I am technically the guide for by technicality, I am the guide and ambassador through June. So I'm always here for questions. They actually want me to schedule support sessions through June as well.
Okay.
But obviously, I'll still be available to help, even after that point.
Yeah. That would be helpful.
That'd be very mean.
Yeah, really.
Like, oh, it's July 1st. I'm not helping you anymore.
Yeah. Learn it quick, ladies. And
But no, essentially, I'm the ongoing support. I mean, there's the huge team to support, but I am essentially the go-to for the clubs.
Yeah. So what are you going to use for a topic next week?
For
this session, for the virtual support session. Like we did.
What are you doing?
That's actually was the last thing, is what would you like to see covered?
How about more on evaluations?
More on evaluations?
What is that? What do I spoke up on Basecamp last week, Basecamp Basics, but evaluations look like they're pretty important, and how to do them. I think hearing some of this more, or maybe if there's more detail, I don't know.
Okay.
What does Laurel or Donnie think?
I'm open. My head's just spinning right now, because we just had this at our Division C Council meeting.
Right.
For that session, and now with this.
Mine too.
Yeah.
You had a session earlier on this as well? Or?
Yeah, Jacob gave a 40-minute, 30-minate presentation at the Division C Council meeting over at Gear tonight.
I gave my trial run, basically.
So we learned a lot, but my head was spinning after that meeting. So.
And it will spin until you actually get access to pathways. You can see it for yourself.
That's the part that we're not hands-on yet, so of course it's going to be confusing.
Well, and I think some of it's language, but I wonder what Laurel thinks, if she thinks evaluation would be good too. Is she still there?
No, she had to get off.
Like I say, past times. These are supposed to be 30 minutes, right?
Well, that's what I allotted, but I figure something will go over.
Okay.
But
all right.
I can do one evaluations next week, and then a few times I'll do mentorships, since the mentor program's changing a little bit as well.
Yeah,
How many of these are you doing?
What did Linda say?
I didn't hear her either.
Oh, you still can't hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, maybe I don't have my volume here somewhere. I said, how many of these do you have planned? How many sessions?
15 in total is what is required, and that's what I have planned right now. But I can always add more. But since we're going every week, through April, end of April, except for Easter,
District.
obviously. And then there's going to be a few in May and June.
I'll need every one of them.
That will be helpful.
Well, I
Tom,
want to, and so does Don. I know Donnie does too, and we'll each support each other.
How many people did you invite to this? These,
this one was my 4 VPEs, and then the entire Division C Council.
okay.
So no, we figured with the council, the idea was people will go to them for help as well. And so I want them to be knowledgeable about this.
And I think that's a good move.
Yeah. And then we'll start I'll do the presidents and secretaries here soon as well. Because I want them on for base camp manager sessions.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, next week I'll do evaluations.
That'd be great.
And then,
After that, the mentoring thing.
yeah. And as usual, I'll send out the YouTube video of this tonight as well. If you want to review anything.
That would be great.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yep, no
Yes,
problem.
thank you.
Yep, and Linda, like I said, I'll get that document sent to you for my Communicator Gold Award.
Yeah, that is great, and congratulations, Jacob.
Awesome. Now I forget how to get out of here. Or do you kick us off?
I'll go ahead and kick you all off.
Kick us all off, Jacob.
Well, thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. Bye-bye.
Bye.